Toxic relationship. What is a toxic relationship? It is when you or your partner engage in behaviour that is emotionally or physically damaging to one another frequently. Do you have a significant superiority complex? Having a superiority complex could be a sign of a toxic relationship just waiting to happen. Condescending people destroy relationships because they see the partner as inferior. Rolling your eyes, curling your lip in disgust, or just using a sarcastic tone with your partner are just a few telltale signs of a toxic relationship. In fact, the University of Michigan researchers studied 373 newlywed couples and found that couples who screamed at one another, showed contempt, or withdrew themselves from conflict within the first year of marriage were more likely to divorce. Are you a master manipulator? If you find that you are always trying to control things, it could be a sign of a toxic relationship. It's no secret that compulsively lying to your partner is detrimental to the success of your relationship. But gaslighting takes it to a whole new level of destruction. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is when you accuse your loved one of being crazy or paranoid to keep them off your trail of lies in a toxic relationship. It's a triple threat when you withhold information, lie about it, and then gaslight your partner to make them think it's their fault. Debbie Downer. Are you a Debbie Downer? This is a name for someone who is continually making others feel bad or dampening the mood of a group with negative comments. Insecure people tend to sabotage perfectly healthy relationship by overanalyzing every kiss and word, or have irrational fears that a partner wants to break up. If you or your partner has these thoughts, it could be a sign of a toxic relationship. Studies suggest that individuals' low self-esteem may be more likely to expect rejection from their partner and avoid such behaviours that risk rejection in the first place, like telling a partner how they genuinely feel, which is totally opposite to those individuals with higher self-esteem. If you show these signs of a toxic relationship, it may be best to take a break from your relationship to work on yourself. Unless your partner is willing to help you work through these self-doubts. Key to change is to surround yourself with positive people who care for you and value you. Do something that makes you feel good about yourself, like a new exercise, class or hobby. You're always threatening to break up. No one likes to waste their time and energy arguing, but you cannot pull that breakup card every time something gets tough. If you do, that's a sign of a toxic relationship. Threats of taking a break or ending the relationship are not going to solve anything, and most people who use such threats only do so to keep the partner in line. People should never threaten the relationship unless they intend to get out. It's only valid if you mean it or do it. Otherwise, it just damages the safety and security of the relationship. Hotheaded. You may find it does not take much to get your blood boiling. With one wrong move and you suddenly snap and blurt out nasty remarks you do not mean. You continue to have these cycles of anger, remorse, embarrassment and provoked outrage without understanding, and you may have to look at yourself and ask, what's going on here? You never fix problems. If you neglect to nip problems in the bud, they're just going to fester and blow up in your face, which can cause your partner to resent you. Something in our brain called the negativity bias might be to blame for this resentment, because our minds are only likely to remember the negative aspects of things. This may be because the amygdala, the emotional processing center in the brain, tends to be slightly more attuned to negative emotions because they are often a bit more intense than the positive ones. If you never apologize or admit that you are wrong and try to make things right, your partner will amass a host of negative memories relating to being treated unfair with prejudice. Addicted to social media. Are you always on Facebook or Instagram, snapping selfies and posting statuses without a single thought about the consequences? Studies have shown that engaging in social media can create an ambiguity in a relationship, which can cause jealousy and spiral into a sign of a toxic relationship. That may be because you are posting scandalous selfies, neglecting to publish about your relationship, or flirting with exes or random strangers on the internet. Letting technology get the best of you can make you accidentally be the toxic one in this relationship. The desire for other people to validate you may cause unnecessary jealousy in your relationship. It's best to sit down and talk to your partner about how social media could play a role in the success of your relationship. However, it's probably best never to post these things about your relationship on social media in the first place. Are you losing friends or family connections quickly? If you find that you're the only one spending time with your significant other and your other relationships have vanished, it's probably a sign of a toxic relationship. Take a step back and look who surrounds you. Do you have family and friends, or have you burned a lot of bridges? If so, you may want to take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself if you are the problem. A lot of people who are engaging in these bad behaviours don't actually realise that they are bad behaviours. Try calling a friend or an ex and ask where did things go wrong, so you can fix the errors of your ways. Are you wishy-washy? This is someone who is uncertain, indecisive and wavering. In short, someone who cannot make up their mind. Nothing annoys people more than someone who is indecisive. The rewarding relationship gets snatched away the instant you start going hot and cold on your loved one. Signs of a toxic relationship when you end up stringing someone along when you're not ready for the relationship but still want some companionship. Make sure you are honest with your partner in the beginning about your uncertainties in regards to your wants and needs from the relationship. That way they both know what they are getting into from the start. Your friends and family cause problems. Believe it or not, your private social network may be ruining your relationship, and it could lead to becoming a toxic one. If you have a lot of people in your head saying they are not right for you, you could do better, it could turn you against the relationship because you cannot deal with the constant strife with the people that you care about. Try organising a get-together to allow your lover and your loved ones to get acquainted. If all else fails, you may have to resort to an ultimatum. Your family or your partner. That could be a tough decision, and it's only best to debate in a long-term relationship that you're 100% sure about, in case you choose love over blood. You may avoid conflict like the plague. Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of ups and downs, as are relationships. So you need to face the fact that not everything is going to be rainbow and butterflies. People think they are doing a good thing by avoiding conflict, but they are making themselves appear quite hazardous. It makes your partner nuts because they cannot engage unless it is in a positive way. The trick to stopping signs of a toxic relationship is to put your discomforts aside for your partner and communicate your unease towards the situation, while still showing that you're there to support with a listening ear. If you blame everyone else for your bad behaviour, it could boost your ego, but only creates a sign of a toxic relationship. If your partner complains about you, it might make you feel bad and make you believe that your partner wants to attack you with a hidden motive. The blame game may be your aid to help you deflect uncomfortable feelings, but no one is going to stick around for that. Owning up to your mistakes is one of the many ways you can help your relationship go the distance. You show no emotions. Even if it's not your intent, remaining stone-faced or unresponsive towards your loved ones can make them doubt your true feelings and lead to a toxic relationship. People who don't respond or under-respond are toxic to their partners. Put your partner in a high state of insecurity because they are going to interpret this as a threat, even if it does not intend to be threatening. Be an active listener by making sounds and facial expressions in response to what your partner is saying to let them know you are thinking and acknowledging them. This way they are not left to draw their conclusions, which may be wrong, in their head. You humiliate your partner. Many people may be blind to the hurtful criticism. They may shame someone for their looks, sex drive or career without battering an eye. If several people have called you a bully, you may want to listen and fix it before you lose them. You have to put yourself in the other person's position and realize how you could feel if you were shamed. Come up with a list of strategies in how you can tell someone you have a problem with them in a loving way. Do you have your partner's back? As a couple, your goal is to protect each other, but every time you allow a family member or friend to slander your partner for no good reason, you are compromising the safety net and fostering signs of a toxic relationship. No one's going to date you if you never stick up for them. The purpose of a relationship is fundamentally grounded in safety and security, not love and attraction, not romance. But if you're not providing that need to ensure every other sense of safety and security, it defies the whole psychological purpose of being with that person. Stop being a pushover and start standing up for those you love. Your partners is always the last to know. Every relationship in your life is part of a hierarchy. Your significant other should be at the top or close to the top of that pyramid, which means that they should be the first person you confide in. This is a sign of a healthy relationship. If not, that kind of behaviour can be interpreted by the partner as betrayal and symptoms of a toxic relationship. You should not have to spend resources trying to figure out what to tell your partner and what not to mention to your partner.